So, Dr. Bilo, we now identified the problem. We sketched the grid. We started thinking about, the need of putting it into. So we gave it a certain dimension of the grid. And now we need to identify the system. So we start with very conventional an aluminium stick system. So we take an aluminium stick system. So we need to think about, okay, this is the main detail. And I'm going to be rude, cheating.
No, that's a good one. Yeah.
Just taking the real geometry of the whole piece. Zack, zack, ooh.
Be aware later on, the further your planning goes, the length or the depth of the profile may change due to structural reasons and the height of the facade at all, but that is already advanced technology, I would say.
And we go this way, tuck, 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 this way. We have then the, can I take your
Of course.
pen? Then we have the aluminium taken here. I just draw what I see as a setting this way, and the screw channel with this.
No, it's a double line because later on in the section you can actually already identify the materials choice. So aluminium can be easily identified as extruded profiles with a couple of hints on radius on inside and outside edges. The wood is, of course, a massive piece with the hatching. And the steel, you can already see these folded, set, rolled profiles made out of a single piece of sheet metal.
So you want me to give it an
Yeah, in this scale you have to. Otherwise,
thicker dimension.
Precisely.
Then can you give some word about this while I'm drawing?
Yeah, this is inserts to increase the insulation, and we have seen a development over the couple of years that different manufacturers have different techniques or material choices in order to fill the cavity, to reduce convection within this area, to fill it up, and it's most likely foams or something like that, and that will define the insulation value of the overall system. So if your building physics department later on defines a quality of the facade's insulation, you have to pick the right systems, and often it's achieved by changing these inserts. They are able to define or make it according to your regulations and demands.
So these are the two systems. I actually need to flip it.
Yeah. Because you've used that one, yeah.
Because I drew that one.
It's interesting because
this is the system. Yeah.
It's interesting because this is the part where you have the most choices. So the cap actually of this pressing aluminium element that holds everything together, that's what defines a little bit the aesthetics from the outside. And architects, sometimes also make this by themselves if the project is big enough, but Schüco, for instance, and all the other suppliers have a huge variety of cover caps already. Here is a maybe flush one where it's just a small profile that covers the screws. So this is almost, invisibly mounted. Here also, now you can't see any screws, but there's also systems where you can intentionally see bigger holes and screws or nuts or bolts to kind of like add a technical look or something like that.
Now, we made this choice of the system, and now we need to talk about the tolerances.
Yeah. That would be a different video.
That's a different video.